What we gonna do right now is go back, way back.
Baby.
What's up? I thought you was gonna start hanging out with the big girls again. What is all this trash? I'm serious. Where you are, not ever. Oh, not the Britney Spears. Hey, how you doing? Oh, but ain't the little leprechaun. Girl, your wings are so up. You look a mess. All about the big girls. What about the big girls?
Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big and work it, work it, work. Big girl, you done suck all the fat off your ass. Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the Uncle Luke Show podcast, baby. Yo, I'm happy that you guys are able to join me. It's going to be another awesome podcast. Remember, we do this podcast Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, unless something big happens. Well, I got to come up in this motherfucker and do this thing here on my own, get it on like I always do. Hey, hopefully you guys have a great week this week, and I hope that you all had a great weekend, because that is the most important thing. For you to enjoy your fucking weekend, don't worry about none of the sports, politics, the entertainment. Don't worry about that parlay that you miss. I'm sorry. Yeah. Parlay you miss. I don't understand that. I'm gonna do a whole show on this betting shit. Not today, because I got too much to cover. But I'm going to do a whole show on this betting shit because this betting shit is out of control. I'm just trying to really figure out when did they actually start allowing people to just openly bet shit and think that, the betting is not going to be some kind of way tainted. But that's a whole other show. That's a whole other program. But today, gentlemen, oh, man, sports yesterday, woo, it was rough. It was bloody Sunday. It was bloody Sunday for Billy Napier. It was bloody Sunday for Colorado State football coach, the Florida football coach. Oof, guys got fired. We're going to talk about that and more. We're going to talk about the No Kings Parade, where over 7 million people went out and they did what they did. They fucking protest. We're going to talk about Stephen A. Smith talking about running for president of the United States. And the question becomes, is that the reason he's going on the attack of Ms. Crockett? Because, the Democratic Party already crowned their nominee, Gavin Newsom. So we're going to talk about that also. So maybe Stephen A. Smith may be trying to run as a Republican. We don't know. Hey, another thing, University of Miami, my beloved University of Miami, took an L this weekend. Brian came up in here with his offense, Louisville Cardinals, and did a number on us. And we're going to talk about that. Dolphins are 1-6. And they lost to the fucking Cleveland Browns. Jesus Christ. That's going to be an interesting conversation because it seemed like the people who are around the Miami Dolphins are all upset. And when they get upset, when Kimbo Kappa gets upset and start telling it like it is, when fucking Joe Rose start telling it like it is, it becomes something interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yours truly, Uncle Luke Podcast. We're going to get this shit going right now. Let's just start off right now. Let's start off with the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, they re-up tour, gave him this big-ass contract. You got Tyreek Hill. They got Jaden Waddle. Most people run around South Florida saying, and in the sports industry is saying, oh, they need to fire Mike McDaniels. They need to fire Chris Greer. I don't think Chris Greer has anything to do with this. And see, that's what people have a tendency of not realizing, that the general manager job is to put together a great roster that can win. So if anybody could tell me that the Dolphins roster is not a hell of a roster, not great, but you cannot tell me their roster is equivalent to fucking Carolina. You can't tell me their roster is equivalent to the Raiders. Come on, let's be real. You got fucking Daniel Jones over there that took the Indianapolis Colts and making them look like world beaters. You can't tell me their roster is not better than the Colts. So Chris Greer did his job. It's always the low-hanging fruit, the black guy, let's get him to, why? Because we got to get the white guy. No. This shit all falls on Mike McDaniels. I'm sorry. The question became at the beginning, is he a leader of men? When they hired him, I asked that question. I said, is he a leader of men? But it seemed like he got hired to do what? Babysit Tua. Because Tua last daddy, Brian Flores, was a little too tough on him. He was a little too demanding. He was too tough on the team. He got rid of Mika Fitzpatrick, sent them packing. Look, goddammit, we're going to be tough. We're going to be hardcore. That's the only way I know. That was Brian Flores. So now all the reporters, whether you got Dave or you got fucking Omar Kelly or you got Chris Perkins, all these beat reporters are, the Dolphins are too soft. The Dolphins are too soft. But these are the same guys who ran the fucking Brian Flores out because he was too hard. So Dolphin beat reporters, Dolphin fans, make up your fucking mind because right now you're not making any sense. Now you want a tough team. What? Now you want to blame it on Chris Greer. We don't have enough tough players. Well, can Chris Greer really bring in tough-minded players when you have a coach that's not a tough-minded coach, where you have a coach that's quirky? You guys, I just want to tell you, I'm just saying, but offense, the grass is green, and really? You gonna bring in some tough motherfuckers to listen to that? Well, let's listen to Tua and have him explain what the fuck happened.
Maneuver everything and trying to build a collection of guys to kind of bring along with me, and I got to be able to multitask if that makes sense. Be able to do that, and while doing that, kind of continue to get the whatever it was last year and the years prior for myself to get going again and get in that flow.
The bottom line, people, they got to get that shit together. They go grown-ass men. This all falls on Tua and Mike McDaniels. It all falls on Tua and Mike McDaniels. Tua, you have a players-only meeting. The players didn't respect that because you had this players-only meeting when Tyreek Hill got injured. And when they started with all the reports that Tyreek Hill will not be returning to the Miami Dolphins because he's going to cost too much money. So now you want to take over the team. That's not good. That's not the way to do that. That's not to have respect for the guys. You should have probably asked Tyreek to come in and help the transition of power. You should have just had Tyreek come in and help with the transition of power, of him now delivering the team to you and saying to the people, support Tua, support the cause. Bring Tyreek on the road. But no, you had beef with Tyreek the whole time. You had issues with him. So all the fellas is now like, okay, have team Tyreek, have team Tua, have team somebody else, and now you have a shit show. But it all falls on the head coach, because the head coach ultimately is the guy who gets axed. And that's the situation when it comes to the Miami Dolphins. Hope they get that shit straightened out and go on a run. But it's not looking good. When you lose to the fucking Cleveland Browns like they did, oh my God. You lost to a quarterback that only passed for 120, 116 yards? Really? And you threw 3 interceptions again? That's not that much to talk about. Speaking of sports, speaking of interceptions, let's move right on to the University of Miami, who's ranked number 2 in the nation. Everybody in the world, we crown the Canes, and I always say it. I take it one game at a time. I take it one game at a time because I do not trust the offensive coordinator. It's just my opinion. Never did, never will. Never did, never will. Because I think he's mismanaging his roster. For the life of me, we took an L. Now let me take you through my opinion as to why we took an L. Well, we were getting ready to take an L a long time ago. Playing against Florida State, we only scored, 6 points in the second half? How many points did we score in the second half against Notre Dame? I think it was probably another 6 points. How many points did we score against Florida? Not that many. How many points we scored in the second half against Louisville? 11. And we shouldn't even got the 11. So that tells you have a adjustment issue. You go into halftime and you would assume that you're going to make some adjustments. University of Miami played one game in like 21 days? We had 2 back-to-back buys. We had one game, a bye, then another game, then another bye. And we come out looking like shit? Really? Come on. On a bye, you're supposed to make some adjustments. You're supposed to self-evaluate. You're supposed to look at where you at. You're supposed to look at how people are defensing you, how people are offensing you. And then when you get into a situation where you're playing a highly, highly credible and respectful, brawn, offensive-minded coach, you know he's going to come in the game and attack you immediately. He's going to put you into multiple formations because, again, Braun don't give a fuck about our defensive coordinator. He look at him as a rookie. I'm going to try him. He's only a 1-year defensive coordinator, even though our defense is playing lights out. But he wasn't going to sit back there and just play conventional football and not have shit going all over the place, 3 quarterbacks in the game at one time. You got to cover all this shit here. And the commentator saying, oh, look like the University of Miami defense is in disarray. But the defense wasn't the problem. They hunkered down. My problem is with our offense. My problem is with our offensive run game. So it may be said, Mirabal is the run coordinator. Our head coach is the O-line coach. Him and his best friend. He spends most of his time coaching the O-line. We can't run the fucking ball in the first half. We only have 16 yards in rushing. 16 yards in rushing? Is that the game plan? I guess the push did not work. Because when we played against, who the fuck was it? Florida? All we did is did a push. That wasn't a play. So people are amped up and animated around here. Oh, yeah, we're looking good. We're on top of the world. We're doing it. I'm like, no, we got things to fix. I'm like, no. We're repeating what we did the year before when it comes to rotating the receivers. We got JoJo Trader where we don't know where the fuck he at. Lamar Jackson is tweeting and his team is Louisville. Where the fuck is JoJo Trader? $365,000 question. Going into this year, JoJo Trader is supposed to be the best receiver on our team. It's nowhere to be found. The starting receiver, slot receiver, all through the summer and all through the fall was Ray Joseph. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. And these punk ass reporters are scared to ask the question. Hey, coach, where the fuck is JoJo Trader? Where the fuck is Ray Joseph? Where the fuck is all these world-beating athletes that we got that was starting through the summer? At what point did they lose their job to the point where they can't get a fucking down on the field? When they were world beaters in practice over the summer? Really? Let's ask the question. And why we don't rotate? Why we can't run the ball? Let's ask the question. You want to put a tight end down, even the front out? We got downhill runners. Is that what we're going to do for the entire year? We're going to run downhill? Because if we're going to run downhill, they're going to stop it. The way you stop running downhill, you slant the fucking line, create a pow. Hello? Football. So we got some things to deal with. But last year, mind you, we didn't rotate receivers last year. And our receivers ran out of gas at the end of the year. That's why you saw Restrepo dropping balls in the Syracuse game and getting stripped because they had no legs. Nobody does that. It is fucking asinine to run receivers all day. Let's think about it. Just think about it. Think about it. Because I hate when people try and insult the intelligence of fans. We are a football town. We are a football state. We live, breathe, eat, drink, sleep football. We are not New York where they eat, drink, sleep, breathe basketball. We know damn well you rotate the receivers. Let's just make this make sense. Let's make this make sense. You have 80 reps on the offense side of the ball. So that means you're going against this same guy, this cornerback, 80 times. This nickel, this strong safety, 80 times. At some point, he's going to get a feel for you. He looked at you on film and said, okay, this is how I defense you. But at some point, I'm going to get used to knowing what you do. At some point, if I'm running a 4-3 at the beginning of the game, if I'm still out on the field, by the time I get into the end of the game, I'm going to be running a fucking 4-7. Because I'm tired. See, the advantage is on the offense because you can't change the nickel. You can't change the corner. You can't change the strong safety, those cover guys. You got to leave them out there. That is why teams send multiple receivers out to give them guys a different look, whether it's just running them the fuck off. While your star guy standing on the sideline getting some water and then coming back in the game, this motherfucker tired because we just ran the ball 1,000 times. but we ranked that motherfucking cornerback off. And now that's when star receiver come dig him up. You look at football. Don't take my word. Look at football. Look at Jeremiah Smith. Look at Tyreek Hill. Look at all the top receivers in any brand of football. Those guys come out the game, even in a series, and they get a drink of water. And then the number 2 receiver become the number 1 receiver. And then when you put both of them in the game, then number 1 becomes number 1. That's why one guy gets paid more money than the next guy. That's how that shit works. So what the fuck we do is asinine when we have just the same fucking receivers out there. I blame the dumbass offensive coordinator for this. I never understand this. How in the fuck you can't run the ball? You got 6'9", 6'8". You got Green Mile galore on the fucking O-line, and we can't run the ball? We don't have backs that can slash. We can't get on the edge. Huh? The best run player is Cush Push? Really? I mean, I can go on and on. But we are clearly mismanaging the fucking roster. Clearly mismanaging the roster because if I put a package out there, 5 wide, you can put a NASCAR 5 wide package out there that runs 4-3, 4-3, 4-3 across the board because we got that on our fucking roster. Why in the fuck this offense coordinator don't do that? We got 2 fucking tight ends. If we want to go double tight and heavy, if we want to run the ball and pose our will, we can fucking do that. We got 9 and 87. Really? You got to get creative, Shannon Dawson. This absolutely sucks. You coming out with the same shit. And let's be real. Cam Ward was fucking improvising because he's running the same offense that TVD is running and Carson Beck is running. But Carson Beck is looking like TVD because TVD didn't improvise. Carson Beck is not improvising. Carson Beck, if you're listening to this, I need you to get on the phone with Cam Ward. You should have did that at the beginning and say, Cam, please explain to me how you were so successful in this offense. And I guarantee you, Cam is going to say the reason why I was holding the ball because I came off the first dumbass read and then I distributed the ball to different people around the team. Because if you just throw that motherfucker where he wants you to throw that motherfucker at, then you're going to look stupid just like TVD and just like him. You're going to be throwing fucking interceptions because everybody knows this guy offense. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't get this shit right, it's going to be a problem. It's nowhere in the world. You can't play JoJo, Ray, 3, it's the 2 tight ends. You got packages. It's called packages. I got downhill runners. Downhill, I can put 2 running backs back here. If I want to run the ball, I can put 2 running backs. I can go double tight. I can go 5 wide if I want. Do I have the personnel? The question becomes, do I have the personnel to do all that? Fuck right. But no. Everybody going to get in their feelings when they see this. Why is Luther saying there's no Luther is trying to talk some sense in this shit? Because I have never been okay with this offense. Because I don't think the guy has creativity. There's no way in the world you have all this talent on this roster, and you're not consistently rotating it. They make you believe that Malachi is starting over Ray as if it's only one position. Go back and look at the tape. You think the Hall of Famer receivers that we have that came out of the University of Miami played one position? You think Malachi and Ray can't be on the field together? Really? You think you can't go into the red zone and put all big receivers out there, 2 tight ends? You think we can't put a slashing running back with a downhill running back in the backfield? We got all that. We got all that and some. So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully we can fix this shit. Hopefully my man Mario Cristobal fix this shit. And if they need an outside consultant, they can always call me up. And I give them a real fucking assessment of where I think we are at in this fucking program. Speaking of assessments, Stephen A. Smith, what you trying to do, boss? What you trying to do, Stevie? Stephen, you're my friend. Stephen, first you go on the attack of Jasmine Crockett. So I'm thinking, where are we going with this? Why is Stephen A. Smith going on an attack of Jasmine Crockett? Why are you fucking with Jasmine Crockett? Jasmine Crockett, the only one holding the banner of the Democratic Party in Congress, who clapping back at these people who consistently clapping back at us. You, Stephen A. Smith, same thing like the Miami reporters. Hey, Democratic Party is so soft. We know our fucking party is soft. We don't have nobody clapping back. We got old people. We got Nancy Pelosi. We got the hat lady. Them people, we got fucking South Carolina. I mean, come on. We got old people. We got a green ass goddamn House Speaker. I mean, he can't clap back. He probably went to private school all his life and never had a fight in his entire high school career, schooling career. These guys don't know how to clap back. These fucking Republicans is gangster. Trump is gangster. Trump was named in more hip hop records than any president in history, because Trump hung out with the brothers. Trump went over this Republican shit because he felt like he can get them. But Trump really down with the brothers. That's why Trump act like how he act. He ain't no brother now. I ain't finna do that. But at the end of the day, Trump like, man, fuck that shit, man. Man, fuck that shit. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna say what I want to say. I got 1,000 lawyers back here. I'm lawyered up like a motherfucker. What can I do? What can I do? But even if I can't do it, I'm gonna do it anyway. They're gonna take the bitch to court. Take me to motherfucking court. Take me to court. And then you take me to court, the shit gonna end up in the Supreme Court because I run the Supreme Court. So these motherfuckers on the Democratic Party is ass. They ain't got no fight in them. So now here we got a little lady, Jasmine Crockett, got all the fight in her. And then what you want to do, Stephen A? You want to go at her like this here?
But how Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying, that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency. Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas. I don't know. Maybe that just sounds ignorant because it's so simple. But it ain't that damn complicated. We make it complicated. Damn, it's frustrating. It really can be. And all the verbiage and all the nonsense that I've heard over the last few days is why it can get exhausting. Because nothing frustrates me more than when people have the truth at their disposal and they choose.
See, I'm gonna stop this shit right here. See, I have a real problem with my good friend. I fuck with Stephen A. I fuck with him. I like him. I think he's a brilliant brother. I think he's built himself up. He's built a media empire. I fuck with Stephen A. Smith, but I disagree with him in this case. I strongly disagree with him. I think probably hanging out with Sean Hannity and Cuomo and all them boys has got him all ratcheted up. And I understand when you get into politics and start talking about politics, then you can waver, you can go over here and go over there, because I am definitely heavily into politics. But you can't go after Jasmine Crockett. Why would you go after Jasmine Crockett? You can go after any other Democrat. The only reason you're going after Jasmine Crockett is because Jasmine Crockett is the voice of the Democratic Party, whether the fucking party like it or not. Because 90% of the motherfuckers in the party hate her. Because she done took the bull by his horn and she's like, yo, we ain't gonna stand for this bullshit. I'm gonna clap back at y'all. Y'all ain't finna try me like no sucker. Is she from Oak Cliff? Maybe, but maybe not. So you don't go after Chuck Schumer. You don't go after Nancy Pelosi. You go after the outspoken star of the party. Did he go after AOC? Probably. Why are you going after these women? And they're fighting a tough fight. They got no control of the fucking Congress. You're saying that they're not doing the work of the people. They just clapping back at Donald Trump. But Donald Trump fucking with them. He called them stupid. You're not going to say that you want the Democratic Party to just continuously turn the other cheek? Fuck that. You're not going to turn the other cheek. But is it really you fucking with them because they're not doing the job? Or are you fucking with them because of clout? Or are you fucking with them because you want to run for president?
I've been approached by people on Capitol Hill. I've been approached by people who are elected officials in office, whether it's governors or mayors or what have you, and people have legitimately and seriously asked me about that.
Stephen A. Smith made a little bit of news today when he said he is seriously thinking about running for president of the United States.
I have no desire to be a politician. My life is pretty well. But I've decided I'm no longer going to close that door. I'm going to keep my options open. I'm going to entertain the possibility. And if it comes in 2020, late 2026, 2027, where I look at this country and I think it's an absolute mess and there's legitimate reason to believe, whether it's via exploratory committees or anything else, that I indeed would have a legitimate shot to win the presidency of the United States, I am not going to rule it out, and I'm not playing.
He's sounding more serious than the last time you and I discussed this.
Yeah, I love it. I do. I love it. I was just texting Sean Hannity and saying we created a monster. Sean Hannity at Fox. You know, Stephen A. will go on there. He'll come on here. I care about him very deeply. I couldn't be less objective or impartial. He's not making this up. When they put him in polls, he does very well. Why? Celebrity matters. Authenticity matters. He is a truth speaker. And people are really hungry for that in a world of BS.
Well. There you have it. These boys think Stephen A. Smith get ready to try to run for president. I think he is too. If he runs, will I support him? I don't know. I'll probably look at whoever the candidate is. If it was today and I had to support Stephen A. Smith over Gavin Newsom, I'd probably go Stephen A. Smith because I'm similar to Stephen A. In all sincerity to Stephen A. Smith, I'm somewhat like him. I don't like neither one of these motherfucking parties. I'm going to go on the record and say it because you got the Republican Party attacking the Democratic Party attacking Republican Party. Both of them are attacking the people. Are they really doing the work of the people? You got the country separated because of politics. The politics that they put out here. And it's horrible. Everybody's fighting everybody. You got people killing each other, people doing all kind of stupid shit because of politics. People get caught up in all this political bullshit that people are spilling. You got more hate going on than anything. We're probably set back. The racial divide in this country probably set back about 30 years now. We had came so fucking far. We had came so far from Nazis, from white supremacy. So we have came so far from that. Hate for black to now. It is cute that white men say something negative about black people. If you do anything detrimental to black people, like take our books away, take our history away, lock us up, throw us in jail, take our rights away, our right to fucking vote away. If you just say you're going to do these things to black people, then they're going to vote for you. They're going to support you. They're going to put money in your campaign because that is what that's what they want. We woke these fucking people up who were in the fucking rural area of this country, and we migrated this bullshit into inner cities. That's what happened. Now this shit took the life of its own. You got young boys running around here talking hate shit. You got a group of motherfuckers on a goddamn group chat, 18 to 45. And the vice president won't condemn them. They talk about black people need to eat watermelon and shit. All kind of racist statements of a Republican Party white supremacist group. And J.D. Vance won't say nothing bad about him. He invites anybody to the White House, or he supports anything and anybody that talk bullshit to black people, shoot black people, kill black people. He supports it. If you're white and you do that to black people, J.D. Vance is riding your nuts. That's the shit that we dealing with. That's the divide in this country. It is asinine that this kind of shit is going on. But at the end of the day, it's politics, and politics is making all these motherfuckers money. Speaking of politics, Donald Trump, they had over 7 million people protested. No kings. They don't want no kings. No kings. Everybody in the streets all over the country, probably the largest protest in 50 years. 7 million motherfuckers they counted. Mostly white people. Mostly white people who fucked around and found out, because most of them did not want to vote for Kamala Harris, because 92% of African Americans voted for Kamala. But then the white people say, fuck that, I ain't voting for no black bitch. Hell no, I ain't voting for no, fuck that shit. It won't be a black woman president before a white woman. Hell no. I would not be having my daughters pledge allegiance to the flag and saying, I love the black lady, and she's our president of the corporation called the United States of America. Now y'all want to be in the streets protesting. You should have protested your ass to the poll. Now you feeling some kind of way that you did not go and vote for Kamala Harris. You feeling bad. Now you protesting everything Trump doing. Everything Trump is doing, she told you, but you did not want to get your white ass out there and vote for her. You could not stomach voting for that black woman. So now you all out in the streets protesting your ass off. But I'm here to tell you, black people, we have been sitting on the sidelines, same thing with the Hispanics, who ran out there talking, I will vote Donald Trump. I will vote. So we just sitting over there looking. We mind our own motherfucking business. We ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit, because our slogan is fucked around and found out. We sitting there chilling. We are not worried about, look, we ain't fucking with Trump. Trump fucking with us. We ain't going out there in those streets and doing no protests. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. See, y'all can go protest in most states. They've created laws where black people technically can't protest, especially here in the great state of Florida. Hispanics and Cubans and everybody go out there and protest, and the police don't do nothing. They actually get them motherfuckers water. But Ron DeSantis say, oh, you niggas go out there and protest. I got something for y'all ass. If you take your ass out there and motherfucking protest if you want to, I'm putting you in jail. They have a law for that. And that was the bullshit that happens around here. So we sitting there chilling on the side because we voted for Kamala Harris. We did that and some. She told y'all what was going to happen. We told y'all what was going to happen. So now y'all all in your feelings because Trump is doing his thing. We ain't mad at Trump. Trump won the motherfucking shit, and we ain't fucking with Trump. Hey, Trump, do your thing, boss. You the winner. You got the right to do what the fuck you want to do. When you win and become the president and you win the race, you get the right to do what the fuck you want to do. You get the right to support the people who supported you. No problem. No fucking problem. Clearly understandable. That's why we sitting over there. We ain't getting no goddamn protesting. The Hispanics, the Mexicans, all them protesting. Y'all ain't get your ass out there for Kamala Harris. She had to beg y'all. Y'all jumped out there. The Venezuelans, the Nicaraguans, all these fucking Hispanics, all them fucking, I will vote for Donald Trump. And he started deporting their ass. We sitting over there, okay, we ain't got nothing to do with that. We chilling like a villain. They fucking with us. Are they fucking with us? Yes, they fuck with us. But you ain't deporting us. We ain't got no problem with all that. Y'all on your own, do your thing. We ain't got no problem with that. We ain't bothering with nobody. We ain't got no beef. See, but that's the problem with the Democratic Party. The black part of the Democratic Party. Everybody keep talking about we need to have a third party. We do have a third party. We got a third party called Black Democratic Party. We do have that. Separate from these motherfuckers. Listen, if I was in Congress, I'd take my motherfucking ass right over that White House and knock on that motherfucking door. Hey, Trump, I have some things, some issues that I need to get straightened out, and I need some executive orders, and I need you to tell your do boy Mike Johnson, we need to vote on these things for black people. Trump just want to win. I guarantee you, if I was in Congress, I'll go over there, knock on that motherfucking door, ask for a meeting with the president, Donald Trump, and I get some shit done. Go in there in peace. Hey, look at man, I understand you the president, but I need to get this, and that. How can you help me? And I find it hard to believe that motherfucker tell me, get the fuck out of my office, man. I ain't with that bullshit. You over there with them Democrats. No. Look, I'm a black Democrat. I'm coming over here for some things for the black people. I ain't coming over here with this bullshit. And that's what needs to happen. That's why your man Stephen A. Smith is doing what he's doing and all that. But at the same time, Donald Trump is funny as fuck. This motherfucker when he finish, this man need to be a comedian. They had a parade, the No Kings parade. This motherfucker actually did a video, posted on Truth Social, his goddamn social media, because he look, man, the man got his own Bitcoin, the man got his own social media, and look what the fuck did he look at this shit what he posted. Tell me this dude ain't funny. This man actually, this motherfucker got Dave Chappelle beat. This man actually did that video. This ain't some shit I made up. This Trump made the video. Put a king hat on, took a fighter jet because everybody, he ran with his fighter jets. He blown up shit out there in the Caribbean and fucking took the jet and shit it on all the people protesting. Shit it on all the people protesting. Is this man fucking hilarious? I can't make this shit up. This dude here, hey, look, there ain't gonna be no other president like this motherfucker. This motherfucker is totally not politically correct. He don't give a fuck. I told y'all from the beginning, the dude don't give a fuck. He's so fucking wild that I really think if you go to this motherfucker and say, hey man, I need this right here, I need this. As a black person, you probably 99% of the time you can get it done. But our elected officials are so intertwined with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, and they take their orders from them and they kiss their ass because they control the money in the Democratic Party, and they keep control of the Democratic Party because they keep control of the niggas, the bottom line. The only way the black people separate and say, look, we will negotiate with anybody. Yes, we're Democrats, but we are separated. We need to negotiate with anybody for our people. Because the whites in the Democratic Party, they don't fuck with black people like that. They really fuck with black people to do what? To keep control of the party. That's anywhere. Here in the state of Florida, they've never had a black person as the Democratic Party chair in the state of Florida. Never. They had a Cuban before they had a black person. And most Cubans vote are Republicans. You see how this shit is? They use black people to keep control of the party. That's what they do. And that's why all of them hate Jasmine Crockett, because she don't fall in line like the rest of the black folks in this party. And so again, boy, I'm telling you, you think Stephen A. Smith thinking about running Stay tuned. My black ass might jump out there. But speaking of running, speaking of firing people, damn, Billy Napier got fired. James Franklin got fired. Colorado State coach got fired. Shit. Colorado State coach. I mean, how do you get fired from Colorado State? Jay Noble. How do you get fired from Colorado State? That makes no sense. Tyrod Taylor from Stanford got fired. Mike Gundy got fired, Oklahoma State. Deshaun Foster from UCLA got fired. Brent got fired at Virginia Tech. It's a lot of fucking jobs open. Jimmy Sexton has a lot of work to get done. Do we have that many coaches? And this shit ain't stopped. It's not going to end. It's going to be some more motherfuckers get fired. But at the end of the day, man, you got to win by all means necessary. And if you can't win, you get fired. Speaking of win and get fired, I saw something online. And this is going to be my last take. I saw something online, man. This shit tripped me out, right? I got to let y'all see this. One of the most beautifulest women in the world is complaining that she is single. And what the fuck is wrong with you men? Why she don't have a boyfriend? It's amazing. Check this out.
It ain't no motherfucking way. I look like this. Like just chilling in my car. Like I just look like this. Off the wake up, like no makeup, just a little lash and lip gloss and a little filter. And I'm single? It don't make sense. But it's okay. I'm fucking crazy.
Why the fuck Ruby Rose don't have a boyfriend? What's the problem? What is the problem? Why Ruby Rose don't have a boyfriend? What's y'all fucking problem? That fine ass motherfucker. What you YNs doing? Y'all gotta get on y'all job. A fine lady, I'm agreeing with Ruby. Ruby should have a man. No man for Ruby? That woman better than a motherfucker. Look, no makeup. Early in the morning, just a little. That's what you want. What you YNs want. Y'all want guys? Why ain't nobody got Ruby? Wifed her. The lady is a millionaire. She got 1 billion followers. Millions. She's hot to death. She's smart. She's street smart. She's intellectual. She know how to make her own money. She got her own money. She's a media machine. What's the problem? Why is Ruby Rose single? Y'all scared of her? Y'all intimidated by her? Because she's a successful woman? See, that's what happens. Now, when Ruby Rose end up with an old guy, when Ruby Rose do like Halle Berry and say, fuck that shit, I'm going to give me an older dude, and I'm going to just chill with the older dude, and I'm going to lay it down. Now you motherfucking YNs go, oh, you fucking with the old nigga. Why you fucking with the old G? Why you messing with the old motherfucker? That's what y'all going to do. Ruby, don't worry about it. If you need to come on here on my show, Ruby, you're more than welcome, and I'll help you find a man. I just need to know what you're looking for. I need to know what you're looking for. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's my show. I really appreciate you guys being here. Hey, look, I had fun. Hopefully you all had fun. Hopefully I didn't hurt anybody's feelings, but if I did, I don't give a fuck, because I don't care if I hurt your feelings. Your feelings is, look, I speak the truth. I keep it a buck. It's no cap. There's no cap. There's no cap production over here at all. Zero. So at the end of the day, hey, look here. It's all constructive criticism, except for Ruby Rose. You motherfuckers. Somebody better get Ruby Rose. You better get Ruby Rose. I know some of y'all can level up. That's what the Y is. Say, level up, motherfucker, level up. Hey, but at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for joining me. It's a beautiful day. on a Monday. I'll be back on Wednesday. The Luke Show is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And y'all just have a great rest of y'all week, man. And may the good news be yours, like the old Walter Cronkite used to say. But make sure y'all check out. I'm sorry, I'm moving too fast. I'm trying to get off this bitch real quick. But make sure y'all check me out on all my social media pages. Please follow me, Uncle Luke Real One on X, Uncle Luke Real One on Instagram, Uncle Luke TV on YouTube. I need you to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, Uncle Luke on Facebook. Make sure y'all follow me there on my fan page. And man, TikTok, if y'all come over there, I'll be lighting it up on TikTok. I love it over there. I think I'm Uncle Luke 305 or something like that. They don't even verify me over there, but I just have so much fun over there at TikTok. But until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, may the good news be yours. Peace.
Pull out the stick, come shoot that. Booty poke out like a book bag. Booty poke out like a book bag. Pull over ass too fast. Come we should go bring that Uncle Luke back.